Hey guys, it's me again, Comics G-Man, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Thunderbolts movie that not many people have been talking about since it's been overshadowed by Superman and Fantastic Four, and yeah, obviously it came out like way before, like what was it, May now? And you're going to be surprised, but this is one movie I actually liked. So shouldn't be too many criticisms here, if any. So let me start with this review that I wrote about it. I started off with this. After watching the massive bores Superman and Fantastic Four First Steps, I for some reason finally watched this movie out of morbid curiosity and was actually surprised by how grounded and enjoyable this was. Yeah, I didn't go see this in the theaters. I wasn't sure if I wanted to see it, so I held off on it, and I watched it on Fandango now on my TV this week. But when I did see the trailers for it a few months back, I did think it looked alright. I was more interested in it than these two other movies, but for some reason I just didn't get to it. But I did this week. This was what Fantastic Four and Superman should have felt like, to an extent, but failed miserably, where Thunderbolts succeeded for me. I wrote this horribly, but I was basically saying in this sentence that it kind of felt like I was watching an Avengers-esque movie. It had its pacing, in the early 2010s, it had its feeling about it, and wasn't any of this wacky editing that these last two movies had. The strongest point of this movie for me was Yelena, Red Guardian, John Walker, Bucky, obviously, and I actually like Ghost. I liked her in the second Ant-Man movie, and I liked her in this too, but I think she should have had a little more writing in there. She should have had a little more to say, but she had a great suit, great costume in this, had some pretty cool action scenes. I only deduct 1 point from this film because I do not like how they did Taskmaster dirty. And no, not the gender swap, which I don't like much anyway, but I don't like how they introduced Taskmaster right in the beginning, and they immediately killed her off. It felt distasteful. What I love about this film is its focus on the characters and their story. I'm not saying it's highly intellectual, but for this genre, it worked perfectly. The movie allows you to grow into the characters and who they are, and it does this without being forceful, fake, or going through the motion. Yeah, like seriously though, like the actress they picked for Yelena, she was great. At first, like when it started, with she's the spy doing these jobs for Val, and she's not happy doing these jobs. Like she feels like she should be doing something better with her life. So she starts off like really depressed, kind of like a little like at first I wasn't sure. At first I was saying to myself, oh no, is she going to be like one of these characters where it's like she's always depressed, And I wasn't sure. But the story, her arc really builds up well, and especially when you see how she interacts with her father, the Red Guardian, I really enjoyed that dynamic. And yeah, I know to some people it might have been like a little like cliche, but I thought they did a really good job. The Red Guardian was funny, and I like what he said about his happiest moments in his life was when he was saving civilians and he was being a hero, and it showed that she clearly wanted that way too, and she wasn't just this nihilist, and she was looking for meaning. And anyway, back to this. Well, let me also talk about, like, I like the John Walker character. He could have used just a little more background. If you don't know who he is in the comics, Bucky was the coolest part of this movie. I love Bucky in this. Like, this is the screen time that Bucky deserved. I'm sorry. Like, we needed more Bucky. And anybody who thinks we didn't, you're crazy. Like, this is the wasted potential we got. Like, there should have been more of this guy. I love this character. I go on to say, what I love about this film, I said that already. The movie allows you to grow into the characters and who they are, and it does this without being forceful, fake, or going through the motions. This was the biggest gripe I had with the summer blockbusters, Superman and Fantastic Four. Movies that have some of the best characters in comics and yet no depth or connection could be found throughout those overrated garbage movies. Thunderbolts, however, deserves more love, even though it came from the evil Disney company and the overbloated dead corpse we call Marvel. It may be the last good grounded movie we get from these despicable companies. I am a very harsh critic when I write my personal reviews, especially for these movies, but Thunderbolts did put in a valiant effort and created some memorable moments and characters that I look forward to seeing to in the future, just to see their faces again. Just where was I? Don't pay. I'm gonna skip that. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed the character arcs. I just don't understand why they can't do movies like this more often. I think the same dynamic is what should have been in Fantastic Four. I found myself caring for these characters. I like what they went through. I like how they interacted with each other. The jokes, the humor wasn't too much. It was like just a little bit, but it wasn't overly done. And yeah, I recommend this movie. I think you should give this a shot if you haven't. Don't go in expecting like the best Marvel movie ever made. But for this year, I thought this was pretty good. And no, I'm not saying that like from a low standard point of view. Like I'm saying like I think this was a pretty good film. Thanks for listening. Let me know if you disagree or agree. Have fun and like and subscribe.